I am bamboozled. AI is getting so out of hand. I got the desktop version of CapCut installed into my laptop and I opened it up because I wanted to edit some videos. And I was greeted by an ad that says, "Hey, do you want to try our new script to video feature?" I was like, what? Script to video? I was bored, so I went with it, and I did have a script with me because I was just working on a video and I tried it out, and the results are shockingly annoying. So I have finished with that video and I did record it normally without the use of this AI feature, and it's actually included in this video, and if you fast forward to this time step, you can find it there. So I encourage you to watch that version first and come back to see the AI one, just to see how much of a weird job the AI did. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. The first thing that immediately threw me off was this audio that they chose.
So let's go stationery shopping. Just a disclaimer.
Absolutely not. And they've taken the prompt stationery shopping and made a background that has nothing to do with shopping. It's all stationery. So I don't think they've done a good job with that. This photo is the exact opposite of what I was trying to say. This lady looks confident and she looks like she can record herself in public. I clearly was saying not. Fail. And this is the background that they chose to generate for stationery. It looks cheap. Honestly, it looks cheap. What on earth does this have to do with Officeworks? I'm pretty sure CapCut's AI has access to the internet, so they could have really easily just pulled up a picture of Officeworks, but no. Instead there's a guy holding a bow and arrow that says office hours for some reason. Anyway, I hate this picture, fully generated, ugly. This video feels like one of those YouTube videos. These ones, yeah, like, I don't know which category they fall into, but these ones. Okay, it was from here in which I started to feel a little bit creeped out by this. So this is a warehouse with no personality. And I hate that, it's so creepy. This is what it thinks of. Gross. This one, oh, why is she deformed like that? And they did not get what I typed in at all. If I had to visually represent that sentence, it would be of a person illustrating something in a book. Not a half-deformed lady looking on what looks like slices of wood. I hate this one. And why is her eyes closed? Generic. Generic. It turned black here for some reason. Again, this is really channeling those kind of videos. Okay, generic again. Generic again. Okay, now what is this? So I said, anyways, I think that shop is not for me. And then the back quote is, "Great men are not always idiots." What is that supposed to mean? Aren't all great men not idiots? Anyway, moving on. This one is kind of close. This is the closest one. It's got a shop on the top right that says Miu Miu. So that's the closest to Muji. And this definitely looks like a street in Japan. Channels all the stereotypes of Japan pretty well. This one it got completely wrong. I don't understand what I'm looking at. I don't know why, like, they couldn't have just shown a pencil, or they could have just shown the specific pencil, because I did mention its name. These are just stacks of books, and it's taken from such an angle where you can't even tell initially that you're looking at books. This one's pretty good. Is this is this guy meant to be me? This is so funny. I can't, like, where did they get him from? And why did they assume that I was Asian? This is okay. This is a good background. Okay, this one was also really accurate. This is exactly what I was gonna show. This is completely wrong. I was referring to clear acrylic plastic and not acrylic paints. Literally, I said pens. Why are they showing pencils? Okay, this is my next stop, Dimok, Sydney. This kinda does look like that place, but I've got no idea who this woman is. I get what they were trying to say with this one. That's a pretty charming picture. I don't understand how it just switches from like a realistic photo to something that looks so cheaply animated. Now this one, okay, this is another one that really freaked me out. Why would you want to spend your whole day alone in a desert like that? I don't like that. I don't like the way that person's looking at me either. It kind of looks like a scarecrow. Anyway, let's skip past this, please. This makes me feel uncomfortable as well. Basic. This also has nothing to do with the prompt. It's just a newspaper style cartoon. Okay, this is okay. The AI probably mistook cricket noises. Instead of the animal, they thought of like the cricket game. So weird. Alright, this also confuses me. Are you perceived? What would I be perceiving? This doesn't feel like a conclusive remark. That's what I was going for. A random recording. Fair enough. Future. Now this AI generated image honestly made me really happy. I'm a big supporter of solar punk. I sincerely hope that that's what we have in store for our future. Seeing an AI share that sentiment honestly makes me happy.
Drink plenty of water.
Generic. I should start saying travel instead of buy now. Travel! That was definitely an experience. Scary. You can just make a YouTube video just by writing up a script. And the script can be written by some other AI too. Here's the human version of the video. By the way, I do want to say that I'm not the biggest fan of this video. I didn't want to post it, but I hate wasting footage, so enjoy. You probably won't, but enjoy. I needed a notebook, so I went on a train ride to 4 different stores just to buy one. I just really like stationery. The back to school season always fills me with dread. I mean, understandably so, like, who wants to do exams? But the one silver lining that I always look forward to is the stationery shopping. But ever since I've started university, I've been using stationery less and less. Just about everything is online, which really disappoints me because I know that the younger version of me would be so disappointed that I did not explore Sydney's stationery scene at all since moving in. So let's go stationery shopping. Just a disclaimer, I wanted to shoot this video very differently, but I don't know why I had such a hard time recording myself in public. I just could not do it. So unfortunately we're stuck with this format. And also, the places that I visited are not randomly chosen. I literally googled what are some of the best stationery stores in Sydney, and these are the results that came up. My first stop, of course, was the one and only Officeworks. This is the one-stop shop for most people's stationery needs, and I think you can totally see why. It's got the most variety in terms of book types, book prices, book colors, book covers, page types, book sizes, and it's also guaranteed to not break your bank, like some of the other places we'll be visiting. But because of that, it can also feel a bit like a warehouse, which has very little personality. Books are so much more than just pieces of paper for you to write on. They contain your memories and are literally physical manifestations of your thoughts. This was a notebook that I bought for my first semester of university, and it did its job fine. I mean, I'm an engineering major, so it was fine for all the math. Officeworks is really good. Now let's move on and see what stores with more personality have to offer. Second stop, Kaikike? Am I pronouncing that right? I was expecting the most from the shop because it always ranked really high on all the websites that I visited. Although this shop definitely has more personality than Officeworks, that does not mean I have to like its personality. All the notebooks were quite minimal and I got kind of bored of the place, to be honest. This blue set, however, caught my eyes, and if it was ring binded instead of glue binded, I would have bought it instantly. The quality of the books they have here is outstanding, but none of them quite fit my vibe. So one of you might love it, but unfortunately it didn't quite do it for me. Third stop, Muji. I was the most excited for this one, and that's simply because it's a Japanese establishment. The best pencil in the world and my absolute favorite pencil of all time, the Unikuru Toga, was made in Japan, so I am a little biased. No, but seriously, Japan has earned that biasness. Muji, however, is not primarily a stationery store. They also sell clothes and furniture, but their stationery section is pretty comprehensive. They had all the essentials and some uniquely Japanese stuff. And I can safely say, Muji did not disappoint. Like, they were selling paper dividers separately, and they also had really beautiful bamboo shelves. Don't mind me getting distracted with the pens. I know I'm here for the notebooks, but the pens are just so pretty I just have to keep looking. When we finally get to the notebooks though, they are quite frankly excellent. The pages are great, I know they're gonna hold up well, and I'm sure they feel amazing to write on too. I used to have these as a child and I absolutely adore all the memories I've made with them. I don't think you could go wrong with Muji. 9 out of 10. And we're now at my final stop for the day. Dimox, Sydney. The George Street one. This place is huge, first of all, wow. And it's primarily a bookstore. I have to say, Dimox ended up being my favorite out of all the stores I visited today. The place has just got like so much charm. It feels like a library, but that also sells stationery. It was just so appealing. And the notebooks are all works of art. Oh my god, I could see myself spending the entire day here. And I'm sure some other people would agree. Honestly, when I stepped in, it felt like I had stepped into a new dimension. It was a book lover's dream. As much as I love Dimox, I do have to say it is a bit pricey. And also, in the end, I could not bring myself to buy anything. And because they were just all too beautiful, and I think they're too good for what I was gonna do with them. If I was like a songwriter or if I was writing a novel, I would love one of these notebooks, but just for like math and physics, I feel like they're too much. So I did actually go out to buy something. I was not window shopping, and I guess I should show you what I came home with. I know, these are so basic and boring. I don't blame you, I completely agree. You went all the way just to get that? Listen, okay? These books aren't pretty, but that's simply because these look academic. And that's what I'm buying them for. And it would honestly just break my heart to do math questions on those pretty books. So I guess I'm stuck with these books for a few years now. Can't believe you're still watching. You've officially reached the end. There were so many other stationery stores that I had planned to go that day, but I just got so mad at myself for not being able to record in public that I'm just like, ugh, just buy something and go home. I was so pissed. Hopefully when I get better at this and when I stop spinning around in stationery stores, I'll make a part 2. Until then, take care, drink plenty of water. That's a wrap from me.